Do you remember the shake weight? If it weren't such a ridiculous device, no one would remember it because the brand was built on gimmicks. Your brand is the overall perception of your business. It's the name given to a product or service that takes on an identity by itself, but not all brands are created equally. Your brand is not just visuals, but also the consistency of service over time. This becomes your reputation, what people say about your business, your strategy, identity, and marketing. You can feel a brand through a website, social media, or even your workouts. Most online business owners don't focus on building a brand. Instead, they build a fitness business that's devoid of character and is competitive only because of pricing and gimmicks. They use numbers and sales tactics to try and make sales, but it's not a sustainable method. A brand fixes that by connecting people to your business for the long term. Often, a personal brand can be more powerful than a business brand, but they can also coexist. For example, if someone is just starting a video streaming service, but they have no business reputation, then it's likely that creating a personal brand will be easier than establishing the business brand first. It's pretty common for people to try and launch a business brand without the credibility of a personal brand. People connect with people. So if you're just starting out, then investing first in a personal brand and establishing thought leadership and credibility will bring a much better ROI. Focus on who you are, what you stand for, what you stand against, and not necessarily what you sell. When it comes to building your fitness brand, there are 3 big pitfalls that you need to make sure you avoid. The first one is the me mentality. This might be one of the most common mistakes I see online. Your business is not about you. It's about the people you serve. It's about helping others achieve their goals. Too often, the fitness industry gets stuck on sharing what they think they have to offer rather than focusing on helping other people win. You know exactly who I'm talking about. The ones who always post their own before and after pictures or shirtless picture after shirtless picture talking about their own journey. Their Instagram feed is 95% pictures of themselves and nothing else. These people are just showing that they're in shape and know how to manage their own bodies. Maybe. People want to see real people. You still have to prove that you know what you're talking about beyond your own personal use case. Your brand needs to show people the value of working with you. Talking about other people you've helped to reach their goals does a lot more than posting pictures of your butt and your chest. The second pitfall is inconsistent messaging. You can't hook people with your personal brand by saying one thing and then saying something different after they invest in you in some way. For example, you don't want to hook people with an amazing steak recipe only for them to find out that you're pescatarian. Be the same person and brand before, during, and after people interact with your business. The last pitfall is equating branding to design. Having a cool logo and a website is great, but it should be one of the last steps in your brand building process. So many trainers go out and design a logo and pay to have a website built before they've ever picked a niche, shared a workout online, offered any free content on social media, or done any sort of research for their brand and their business. Brand is so much more than design, and ultimately, there's much more to your brand than a visual logo. Your brand should inform your design and not the other way around. And that's not to say that design isn't important, because we all know that it is. At some stage of your business, having a consistent visual aesthetic will be pivotal to being recognizable. So once your visuals are established, stick with them to make it easier for people to recognize your brand. Next, we'll walk through the 5 steps to build your brand. When you build an online fitness brand, you absolutely have to niche down. I've talked about this in videos before, but when you lead in-person fitness classes, you're serving a wide range of people from a local geographic area. You could be serving an 18-year-old looking to get shredded, as well as a 53-year-old just looking to stay active. But they like you and your generic classes, and they live nearby, so they attend. When you move online, those geographic limitations fall away. The 18-year-old can find specific content to help young people get shredded and muscular, and the 53-year-old can find the specific content they want to help them stay active. Both of them can find exactly what they want, even if the creator is located on the other side of the planet. You have to niche down in order to succeed with your brand online. What types of fitness will you be offering? High intensity interval training, Pilates, yoga, bar, spin, dance, CrossFit, powerlifting. What's your core value proposition? Is it low cost? Is it luxury fitness? Do you have a celebrity trainer? Is it a lifestyle offering? Is convenience your differentiator? Or is your program innovative? I can't overstate the importance of narrowing down your value proposition. This will have massive impact on the rest of your brand, and you need to be crystal clear on what you offer people. Who's your target audience? Is it millennials, Gen Z? Is it women? Is it people who live in cities? Is it people who live in rural areas? Is it students, stay-at-home moms, or dads? families. You can choose multiple options here, but just be aware of who you want to reach. For example, Gen Z might focus more on their inner self and their mental health. Families might be looking for joint activities to do with their children, and college students might be looking to tone up their look to be their best at the bars. Only when you pick your niche can you really serve your audience with the content they need and want to be served. By answering all of these questions and picking a specific combination of the fitness you offer, the value you provide, and the audience you provide it to, you're helping to further define your niche. The more you can define it, the better off you'll be, as you can use that to sell to specific people. You might be tempted to try and reach as many people as possible. After all, more people means more conversions, right? Well, yes, but you can't serve everyone, and you really shouldn't try. If you've done the work to niche down, then you won't be a match for everyone, and they will not be ideal clients for your fitness brand. Just like you narrowed down the niche of your content, you can get granular with the demographics of the people your content is best suited for. You can target a general audience, but eventually you'll start to notice that specific people gravitate naturally towards your brand. What's their age range? What gender prefers your brand? What's their socioeconomic status? The more you can learn about them, the better for building out your brand. If you have an existing audience on a platform like Instagram or YouTube, there are actually analytics built into the platform to help you understand some of this data. Find it, analyze it, and use it moving forward. You need to be well informed as you launch your fitness brand. Who are your competitors? By that, I mean the other brands competing for the same audience as you. What do those brands do well? What do they do that you can do better? How can you clearly separate and set your brand apart from them? You should also spend time analyzing the competition to determine what gaps and opportunities exist in the market. This is how you find your angle, and it's one of the pillars of successful branding. You have to stand out, or people will mentally just lump you in with everyone else. We all want memorable experiences, and it's up to you to cultivate that for your brand and the people who interact with it. Use the work you've done on your brand to this point to help you with this process. Picking your niche and understanding your audience can help you determine what opportunities you have to make a difference. A lot of this research will be external, but you also need to look internally as well. Based on your niche and your target audience, what will your offer be? How will you price it? What is your mission as a fitness brand? What's the larger than life vision that you're striving towards? What values do you want to stand for and communicate with your brand? How do you want people to feel when they interact with you or your brand? Knowing the answers to these questions will really help you set yourself apart. Now, and not a moment sooner, is the time to work on the visual aspect of your brand. Like I mentioned earlier, most people start here and then figure out the rest. By doing the heavy lifting early on, you're setting your fitness brand up for success because you can then match your visuals to the specific needs of your brand. You want visuals that are recognizable, clear, distinct, and memorable. Design is also an area you should not skimp on. Invest in hiring someone who can deliver quality design work, because you'll need more than just a logo. You'll need a color scheme, typography recommendations, website design ideas, and probably some social media assets as well. While your fitness brand should be informed and built around your niche, your audience, and your research, it should also be an extension of you to a degree. You've done all the heavy lifting to bring your brand to life. Now it's time to go live out the values you want to communicate in your day-to-day work and life. From a comment you leave on someone's Instagram post to your most recent workout video, you need to be consistent in putting yourself and your brand out there. Now go out there and get it done. If you've got questions about starting your fitness brand or adapting it along the way, be sure to leave us a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. How long can I do this? Until the last 20 seconds are gone and you've clicked the video over there to watch it next.